Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It's your guy, Boulanger. And in this video, we're going to be dealing with some Lamar Jackson missteps and also what a Lamar Jackson contract should look like at this time. As we get started, do me a quick favor, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get updates when we post new videos. Let's go. So a few missteps, and these missteps are a summation of what I was communicating earlier. And a couple of people said that it kind of came off as unclear. So I want to make sure that I'm clear in what I'm saying concerning Lamar Jackson and these missteps. The first misstep I think Lamar Jackson made is underestimating how the NFL ownership would respond to Deshaun Watson's outlier of a deal. Okay. I think this is totally my thoughts. Okay. I think that Lamar Jackson, like most of us, would see, okay, he got $230 million fully guaranteed. I'm due a contract. I've been better on the field than this guy. I've been better off the field than this guy. So if he got that kind of deal, then I should get at least that or more. I think that's simple and practical thinking. Okay. I know that Lamar had to hear how the NFL ownership base responded in reaction to that deal, including Steve Bisciotti of the Baltimore Ravens. But I think that he underestimated their pushback. I am 100% convinced that there was a collaborative effort that we are not going to give out any guaranteed deals like that anytime in the near future. And that's what I think Lamar Jackson underestimated. I think if he had have taken that into consideration, he would have negotiated a little different. I think he may have already taken a deal that was on the table, even if it wasn't like Deshaun Watson's. I think he would have already taken one of those deals that the Baltimore Ravens had previously offered, because he would have understood that these owners are serious and they're not going to give a Deshaun Watson type deal any longer. Right? I think that was the first misstep. And because of that, he took a hard stand on a particular number. I don't know what that number is, and I'm not going to base my take on what's been assessed as that number, because unless Lamar Jackson puts it out there for himself or the Baltimore Ravens produces some paperwork that says here was the deal, everything is an assumption. But what I am saying is, if he did not take one of those previous deals, I think it was totally based on it wasn't near Deshaun Watson's contract due to an underestimation that the league would say no more guaranteed deals. That's what I believe. Okay. That's the first misstep. I think the second misstep is akin to the first, and that misstep is not knowing when to say when. Okay. My grandma had a saying, and some of you may have heard it. Your grandmas may have had the same saying. And that saying was, a bird in your hand is better than five in the bush. And what that saying means is, what's in my hand, I already possess. I have access to that. What's in the bush, I still have to go and pursue it. And not knowing when to say when fits that old saying. You see, the offer that I have is better than the offer that I'm hoping for or the offer that I'm pursuing. And I think that if any truth is in the $200 million deal that we hear about as of late, and he didn't accept that deal, I think that's his second misstep. Okay. And so what should a deal look like at this point? And the reason why I preface that statement, this is exclusive to the Jalen Hurts deal. Okay. I think a Lamar Jackson deal at this point should be one that's short term, because I think that there may be some feelings hurt. There may be some uh, a little animosity because this thing has drug on. I think there may be some uh, animosity because reputations have been in question. And so I think a shorter term deal is in order. Okay. Now, I'm not forgetting that the deal should have already been done 2 years ago. I'm not forgetting that. But I'm saying at this point, it does us no good to go back and talk about what should have already happened. So here's what a Lamar Jackson deal should look like, in my opinion, today. Okay. I'm gonna give you three options, and then I want you guys to take those options and say, yeah, we like this, or create your own, put it in the comment section, we'll talk about it. Okay. The first option is a 1 year deal. Okay. Because a 1 year deal, this 1 year deal would upgrade his this year's salary, and it would also free up cap space for the Baltimore Ravens. Okay. And so everything I say going forward is going to be twofold: benefit Lamar, benefit Baltimore. That 1 year deal would be a 1 year, $50 million deal. Okay. With $40 million guaranteed. Okay. And it would simply break down to be $32 million due at signing in the form of a salary bonus, which would have been his guaranteed franchise tag number. And then the rest is paid in the year salary, which is $18 million is the balance. That $18 million salary would free up $14 million in cap space. And Lamar Jackson would make more money this year. Okay. And the Baltimore Ravens would free up cap space. That benefits both sides. Now, it doesn't give him any long-term protection, but that $50 million deal is a better deal than playing on a franchise tag for $32 million. Okay. Let me know what you guys think about the 1 year, $50 million, 32 due at signing, $18 million in a yearly salary. Okay. And the only caveat I would add to all of these deals would be no trade clause, and also no franchise tag. Okay. Meaning when the deal is up, no franchise tag. Okay. The second deal is a 2 year deal, short term, of course. 2 years, $102 million. Okay. With $75 million fully guaranteed. No clauses, no have to earns, just $75 million fully guaranteed. Okay. And it would look something like, okay, he would get $50 million due at signing and a signing bonus. Okay. He would get a $15 million salary in his first year. And then his second year cap hit or salary would be $35 million. Okay. And that deal would also free up $17 million in cap space. Okay. Same inclusions, no trade clause, and no franchise tag when the deal is up. Now this deal makes Lamar tradable if he agrees to a trade. So for example, after his first year, he only really has $10 million left in guaranteed money. that makes it easier for a team to give up draft picks and even some players if Lamar would agree to a trade. But that still gets him some guarantees, and that still gets him out of Baltimore if he chooses to in a matter of 2 years. 1 year if he agrees to be traded. And then the last deal, which is also a short-term deal, 3 years, okay, 156 million, okay, which would then put him at making him the highest paid quarterback in the league. Okay. That deal would be $115 million guaranteed. All right. Do a $75 million signing bonus, meaning that money's collected at the time of signing. You would give him a $20 million salary. That means in his first year, he would collect $95 million. Okay. And he would only have $20 million in guaranteed money left. And then his last 2 years, you would split the $55 million that he's owed. And that's looking like 27.5 million, somewhere around there a piece. Okay. And so that still gets him out of Baltimore within 3 years. It keeps them together currently, and it still gives him an adequate pay increase. It is sort of a makeup deal, meaning it makes up some of the money he has not made over the last 2 years by not having a contract extension. And listen, when you hear those contracts, I'm not trying to be super technical with these contracts. I do this purely for fun. And so I'm just trying to, one, get him under contract so we can get on with the off season. Number two, trying to be in win now mode. Number three, creating a scenario that keeps Baltimore relevant and in contention while being able to part ways if they choose to in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. Okay. And so with these deals and those low salaries, because the deal number three, the entire 27.5 million or whatever it breaks down to be would be totally unguaranteed in year number three. Right. And so I think that those short-term deals are going to be better suited. And here's a real truth. Typically, even on a 5-year deal, it's only about 3 years of that money that's guaranteed anyway when it's really broken down. And so instead of doing a 5-year deal that's fake money at the end, let's get the money done up front, which is what Lamar Jackson is wanting in the first place. So listen, that's my take, man. Let me know what you guys think about the contract. Submit your own. I'm definitely willing to hear your own. When you submit them, please make them simple, not too technical. That way we don't need an attorney to break them down. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to do with these. Just simple 1 year. Here's the money. Here's the guarantee. Here's how it breaks down per year. That kind of thing. Listen, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us, man. I really, really do. I look forward to seeing your responses. I'm your guy, Boulanger. This is the GM, and I'm out.